Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Prices in the grains are just a little easier. I think there was some big action yesterday in the wheat when the funds came in and bought 15,000 contracts of wheat. Some people think that that might be have to do with short covering, maybe in front of the deliveries. There's not expected to be any receipts in Chicago or KC, and maybe no deliveries. So kind of one of those last man standing who got out last price-wise. Overnight we're seeing a little bit of profit taking in the wheat. We also noticed that the big mover up recently has been soybean oil. And I think we saw a little bit of profit taking in the last couple of days. Malaysian prices are also down, concerned that these record high Malaysian prices could shift demand away from Malaysia and actually offer some resistance to prices, and soybean oil is following that. We also note in the month of October, China was a record buyer of vegetable oil, and they also to date are record buyers of meat. So in those two areas, they continue to have strong demand. Beans yesterday kind of had a weak day, considering all of the news that was out about the possibility of some movement as far as trade deal with China is concerned overnight. The two countries had some phone call conversations trying to identify the issues that are still keeping phase one from being signed and how to come up with some kind of resolution. So still some people feel we won't have a deal until maybe the end of 2019, which makes markets a little bit vulnerable for the recent rallies in hopes of a deal. We also saw that 84% of the U.S. corn crop is harvested, 16% is still not. Most of that delays in North Dakota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. USDA has already come out and said if there's any corn still standing in the fields when they take the survey for the January crop report, they will consider that on-farm stocks. So we'll just kind of see what that does to production in corn and what it does to the on-farm stocks number and how the market's going to react to that if it's a bearish number in January. Weather-wise, a big storm moving across the U.S. Midwest in the next couple of days should hamper travel and slow the remaining corn harvest. Down in South America, Brazil weather looks great, and Argentina is beginning to dry out. It looks like they're going to be dry for the next 10 days. So Argentina is going to have to see some rain at the end of this 10-day time frame to help conditions there. The one thing we have to remember, Argentina has some of the deepest topsoils in the world. So a little rain here and there is going to go a long way for their crops compared to maybe other areas. When we look at some of the data out of there, one group dropped their Brazil corn crop 1 million tons to 102. This due to the late plantings of the second corn crop. The soybean crop still rated 123 million tons with 79% of the crop planted. In Argentina, they left the Argentina soybean crop at 54 million tons with 31% of the crop planted, and their corn crop is also unchanged at 49 million tons with 45% of the crop planted. So kind of a back and fill day as we get ready for Thursday's holiday. We're also looking for first notice deliveries. Right now, expectations are that the deliveries will probably be no wheat, no oats. We could see 1,000 to 1,500 corn, 2,000 soybean oil, and somewhere between 1 and 2,000 soybean meal contracts of the delivery period. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a great Thanksgiving and have a safe and profitable trading day.